Hardcore firewall between networks. In the firewall, we must indicate a series of rules to protect the computers that are on the other side of this device. Each of them provides specific services and can be managed from different IPs, which means that there will be to give access to certain management port. For this, we have the following script. Here, we begin with the application of the rule flush to delete all the rules that have been applied. Now here we establish the default policy that are going to use in the script. Now we have full access to our firewall from our IP. For the rest, there is no access to the firewall. Now we need to enter the rules for each server. First, for the web server, here you need to access the port 80 with this command and access to our IP. Then close the rest for that IP from the service. Now we have here the mail server and need to access the port 25, 110 and 143 with these three commands. Have access to manage the SNMP and access to our IP to manage it. And finally close the rest. Okay, now for the IRC server, we have to access the port IRC and the access to our IP to manage it. And finally close the rest. For the next server, we have here the new server. You need to access to news port with this command, access to our IP to manage it, and it's the same. You need to close the rest. We have here the V2V server, access to port 443, also access to our IP to manage it, and finally it's the same, close the rest. We have here the Citrix server. We need to access to port 1444 with this command and also access to IP to manage to our IP to manage it, and access here to port perhaps for maybe the database, and finally close the rest ports. Now you only need to copy this, all the script, and paste on the terminal to make it work. Here I have the terminal, paste only, and press enter, and we have here the results of the script.